All right, Dan, you've obviously answered all the questions about the fight and stuff like that, so I want to take this opportunity to ask you 20 random questions, some to do with MMA, some not. You can take as long or as short as you want to answer them, but here we go. Would you rather get hit in the head by Francis Ngannou or a 10-year-old but they have a hammer?
That is a good question. Does Francis ever... Oh. Okay. How big's the 10-year-old?
4'6". I don't know how big a 10-year-old's.
I reckon that's more dangerous. I'm going Francis. I'll go Francis.
If you don't return something that you borrowed, is that considered stealing?
Nah, that's just extended borrowing.
How long can something be on the floor before you can't eat it anymore?
It depends what it is. I think depends what it is. And, I feel like if it's a steak, you can leave it there for a couple of minutes. I'm still gonna pick it back up.
It's grim, man. Have you ever been electrocuted?
Oh, a few times with an electric fence. We used to do it at I did agriculture at school. You can like take it at school. We did it at school, and so that used to be like a fun thing that we'd do. Is if you're standing there, the fence is here. I'll just grab you and then grab the fence, and the shock goes like further down.
See, in England, we just pushed each other into the fence. We didn't like try and grab it ourselves, but maybe it's a different culture.
Take the heat. You take a little bit of the heat, you know.
If you could travel back in time, but the only way to activate that power is you have to go into a crowded supermarket and shout, "I can't find condoms small enough," would you do it?
Nah, I don't think I would. I don't think I would go back in time. I think I'd leave it. I'd leave it. I feel like there's more harm than good that can come from there.
What was the worst trouble you got into at school?
Oh, we'll leave that one. How about
We won't go back in time to that.
we'll leave that. Let sleeping dogs lie.
If Poirier pulls out, what's the worst thing you'd do to Michael Chandler to make sure you were the one fighting Conor?
Yeah, I always see the I, Tonya movie. I was watching that the other week. I think I'll pay one of the boys to...
I think a couple of days ago you were doing it, but now you're paying someone else to do it.
I've processed that plan a little bit. The plan is advanced now.
That's fair. If you could change one rule in the UFC, what would it be?
I feel like the rule around like intelligently defending yourself is like a good one to change. The obvious ones like the 12 to 6 elbow, blah blah blah. I think they're like you've got to intelligently defend yourself. Like if you're on top of me, like punching me, and I'm like covered up, and I'm like just going like this and blocking the shots, I can be like pretty safe, and you can kind of just wait till the guy. You look back at like old school MMA fights where there was no time limit. Like people would just get exhausted, like punching themselves out, trying to end someone. But now with the rule, it's like I'm like blocking the shots, waiting for you to get tired, like looking for opportunity. But then I go fight back, and it's like, oh, all right, like I'm gonna punch off my back, like just throw my. It's like there's nothing good coming from that. It's like there's a storm outside, and you open your front door. So just keep the front door locked, like keep covered up, keep the front door locked. So I think I would change that definition of intelligently defending yourself a bit.
What makes you nostalgic?
What makes me nostalgic? I don't know.
If they were real, which one would make the world worse? Werewolves or vampires?
Vampires. Because don't werewolves only come out on a full moon? Vampires every night.
I mean, you say that as if I've just asked you like an incredibly stupid question, but like,
come on.
If you could, maybe I have. If you could fight any one person in the UFC, but you guys are like magically the same weight, who would it be?
Henry Cejudo.
Why?
I don't know. Just like I was saying before, there's some people you just don't like their face. Like his face is just don't like his face.
This is like a growing list for you, I feel like.
There's a couple people.
Which was better, Jaws or Jurassic Park?
Jaws.
If you get a call from Hollywood and they're saying, we want you to play someone in a film, who do you want that person to be?
Brad Pitt.
Good choice. Was Brian Ortega better looking without hair or with hair?
With hair.
Did you ever watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
I did not.
If someone could double your wages, would you give up fighting and become a bikini model?
I've always said that if I could sing or dance, I wouldn't fight. But I have no other skill. God bless me with one skill, and that's been able to absorb punches to the face. That's like my one skill in life. If I could change that, I'll take it. I'll take it.
What's the best way to get over a breakup?
Oh, plenty more fish in the sea, son.
And last one, how would you like your fighting career to end?
Champ, holding a belt. There's only one way.